Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to be flying the AVATA 2 with the Osmo Nano on there. Kind of neat, huh? It's just the right size, not too heavy. We were able to fly it with the Osmo 360, which is so much heavier. But in this video we're going to be flying it with the Nano 2, which is so much lighter. We can do a weight comparison. Oh, and seems like after the update, the camera's working. Check it out. 98 minutes of record time, no longer 15 minutes, stuck in limbo. Check it out. Kind of neat, huh? So it seems like the update is working so far. Speaking too soon, we are able to charge it. It just pretty much stays stagnant. If it's at 10%, it stays at 10, so it'll just use the power. It's not charging it while recording, but it will start to charge it when you stop recording. Knowing that moving forward, we're gonna have to pull it out and stop this recording. But I'd like to see how much record time I get, so I'll do another video on that after this update, has been pushed. Seems things are working a little bit better. Knowing that moving forward, let's cut the cord. See, it's still recording. Soon we'll be at 100 minutes of record time. Kind of neat. So we might be able to take this on a cycling adventure. I'd still have to do some more tests. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But in this particular case, we're going to stop that 99 minutes of record time and stop it. We're going to put this on the drone. See, we're at 10%. It's hard to tell, but the top one is the camera and the bottom one is the what do they call it? The vision dock. This is called the vision dock. Okay, now we can charge it, and should give us a little bit of juice. But this is what we have here for the Flight 10. Should be good enough before it dies out. We're going to be using. Whoops! Don't break your stuff. We're going to be using the Tilson holder instead of the DJI one. There's one that DJI has. And as you can see here, it'll go right there. We can correct the camera angle if need be. This one I don't recommend using on any of your devices, but it is cheaper. The DJI one does work better. It goes on and off. You'll tend to see a lot more wear and tear of your device at the bottom when using third-party material. But it does work, but it's just not as fluid when doing that click to take it on and off. So let's weigh what we're going to be using, right? Make sure that stays closed. Before we put it on the scale, we must turn the scale on. Make sure the surface is flat, okay? And then we'll put this on. We're at 0 G's, 137 or 36 grams, right? But this is all we're going to be putting on the drone. 65 grams. Let's see if we put it this way. 67 that way. Oh, 65 G's, which is great because that's all that we're going to have additional on the drone. So the AVATA initially alone weighs, looks like 307, but that's without the battery. So now we're going to put the camera on. Put this way. You may have to reverse your magnetic connector so that it works just right for you. See, it has to click, but if you don't hear that click, don't do it. See, and now it's there. We didn't hear it click though. There, it clicked. You should be able to do that with the drone without anything happening. So now we're at 376, 375, and with the battery, we should get that additional weight. Let me go get the battery. Make sure your battery is charged at 100%, especially when carrying that extra weight. The good thing about carrying this extra weight is that you do not have to put it in sport mode. It's so much lighter compared to the Osmo 360. And now we're at 522 grams, which is great. Not so much weight. Then you want to adjust the camera so you can turn this thing on, right? And get that angle that you want. So as you can see, this is on. Looks pretty good if you ask me. So you could loosen it a little bit just to see what angle we go. I don't want the front. You could get the front if you want. Usually when you hard pause on your stop, the front might come in anyway. So now, just to make sure everything is good, nice little angle. there. And now we can let the camera get a little bit more juice so that we can push it outside. So come. Great, so we're all set up. We've got our bling thing on, the mic's connected. This is a great idea if you're gonna connect it to something wirelessly to make it work just right for you. We can silence out some of the noise. If we go here and press the power button, that should eliminate the motors and any ambient sound happening around us. Right now we're getting you footage from the Osmo Nano, okay? And we're gonna sync the audio on 1, 2, 3, and now you're getting video from the AVATA 2, the drone. So compare the differences. We can see AVATA 2, Nano, AVATA 2, Nano. All right, knowing that, moving forward, come, let's go on this adventure. Let's see how it actually works. I'm just gonna sit over there. Hopefully the audio still stays connected and I won't have to do a voice over on this video, but for sure we will get our flight. We can go a little bit this way. We got 60 Mbps per second. Our main concern is keeping the connection with the drone. So if we lose audio, we're okay. And this is the footage from the Nano. You can see the difference. It's pretty much night and day. I noticed the AVATA 2 main footage does look a tad overly saturated, but that's okay because now with the Nano, it's lighter and the drone can handle it. You can do sport mode, manual mode, or even normal mode. And as we can see here, look at the greens on there. The details are just phenomenal. And now we're back to the AVATA 2 clip, main footage from the drone right here. And now we're back to the Nano. So you can see the details are there. The numbers are crisper, similar to the experience you get when having a dash cam attached to the bicycle, like the one provided by Garmin. Similar experience, if not better. Look at the details on that. And as you can see, this is the AVATA 2, right? Look at the goggles. The goggles match, except the goggles give you 1080p, and on the AVATA you are getting 4K. Knowing that and moving forward, we can pretty much, it's night and day, the comparison. Again, this is the goggles from the AVATA 2, 1080p, which is similar to that. And knowing that and moving forward, we're just going to do a little switch, and now we're back to the Nano. Nano is so great that I think we're just going to continue on and let you guys enjoy the flight. Kind of neat, huh? Let's check it out and see how the footage looks and do a cross comparison. You might not even have to put this on here, but sometimes it's nice to have plan B footage ready just in case the original one doesn't work out as planned. So why don't we head back to the studios? Kind of neat, huh? The proof is in the pudding. Gotta love it. Amazing footage. The greens are greener. Everything's crisper. A lot of the details just punch out, make everything work just right for you. And as you can see, kind of will pay if you're doing real estate to have that additional camera on there, so you can capture that crispness of the video and the clarity that's just there, that gives you that that je ne sais quoi. But the only issue I saw was that with the original footage from the DJI AVATA, it was very overly saturated. The yellows were too yellows, the greens were too greens. Details were still there, but these are just default settings. You could override that by customizing it, maybe shooting in D-Log and then making everything work just right for you, so that you can have that similar experience, if not better, if you do not have one of these cameras. But knowing that, moving forward, you do want to press record. We lost the audio, but as you can see, we got creative and gave you a little bit of a cinematic video. So you have to be within line of sight of this thing right here, otherwise your video will cut out. Okay, because the Vision dock just maintains a connection, but this will always be recording and this will disconnect. So it's just more for show, where you can just wear that so you don't have to keep it in your pocket, which is great too. But if you're within visual line of sight of your camera, you're fine. The audio will be great. See, this clips on like that, and that's this piece right here. So you got one. So it's 3 pieces all together. And then you have, pull this off, 2, this one right here, and 3, which is this one right there. And as you can see, that clips on like that. And you can wear it. So I thought you would have to put it in your pocket. I was like, hey, I have this thing right here. Knowing that moving forward, you just have to remember to push record, because you're going to disconnect. And the audio, as the drone just flies away off into the sunset. So you want to make sure that you hit record. You'll get your backup audio, but turn off ambient background noise, because, which means this button right here, when you hit the power button, the light turns yellow and all ambient noise disconnects, but it's so low that you actually want to shut it off. Or you do like I did, you get creative, add music, or just do a voiceover. And that's pretty much it. Oh, we're going to shut that off. Kind of neat, huh? It's working now. Got over 90 minutes of record time after the update. Just let it sit for a little bit, turn it on and off a few times, and eventually the update should kick in. I'll see if I get over 100 minutes, which would be good, because we'll get some more cycling, vlog, climbing, hiking adventures. And I hope that this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.